listening to the LOZ Podcast Network.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the LOZ Podcast Network. My name's Ken Lawler. I'm the host. You are back for another edition of the LOZ Podcast Network. You're either watching us in the LOZ app or listening to us on KRMS radio on Saturday mornings from 10 to 11. We are excited today because, we talked to a lot of people around the lake and about a lot of different things, but one of the things that's close to my heart is flying. And flying in a helicopter is the most fun thing you could ever do in your whole life. And we have Lee and Cam McAhren from Aero Helicopter. Guys, what's going on?
Hey, Ken, how are you?
Welcome to the show. We are excited. It's spring. It's almost here, and we're going to see that helicopter start revving up over there in the front of woods anytime now, aren't we?
Yes. Yeah, our
Very
opening
soon.
day is very soon. Our opening day is April 10th. So it's coming very quickly.
Yeah. So if you're hearing us on the radio, that was yesterday. So it is open. Come down today, right now, and get a ride. I got to tell you, I love the helicopter. I've got my son Blake. Sometimes we come up there and we just watch the helicopters take off and land. I mean, it's just so mesmerizing. You guys have to be just like pinch yourself that you're in a business where you can bring so many smiles to so many faces. And so much excitement with the business down here at the Lake of the Ozarks.
That's why we do it. We love those smiles when people get off the helicopter. There's a lot of excitement wrapped around it in the beginning, but when they get off, it's just, you can tell that they've just had an experience of a lifetime.
And, one thing I think is really cool that you guys do is you allow people to take pictures. Like, you know what, they get out of the helicopter, they can take a picture next to it. They can take a picture with the pilot with his thumb up in the air. I mean, those are lasting memories, which is really cool because sometimes you go to these rides and they're moving people through so fast. I don't want you to do that. But you guys always take the time, a couple minutes or a minute to let someone take a picture and really kind of keep that memory in their phone, don't you?
We do, yeah. We're actually looking at possibly adding that on as an option within our company to have more professional pictures taken, because we do know that it's such an important part of that lasting memory that they just had. So we've got a few meetings that are upcoming, and we're excited about that opportunity as well. We'll share more if it materializes.
Stand by, everybody. You might have the
Stand by. That's right.
So you guys have two helicopters that run, and so I know that you would love people to schedule their rides, and so you can anticipate who's coming, and that's super easy, guys. You go right in the LOZ app, you go under Lake Fun, and you'll see their featured listing. You hit it, and you'll be in their system. You can book a ride. You can call them if they need more info. When you're out there, bring some extra money because they got shirts and cups and swag and all the fun stuff. So you can spend a few minutes before you take your flight to get your Aero flag and all that good stuff. You guys really make it kind of a fun atmosphere, don't you?
We try to. Yeah, we want it to be a fun experience from the time they pull into that parking lot until the time they leave. We want them to just really enjoy being there.
Yeah, and Ken, we're so passionate about aviation and doing helicopter tours and being a part of the community, so it's so important to us to share our passion with the people that come through our doors.
Yeah, and when you guys really do have a passion, because this is not your only location, right? I mean, you guys have locations all across the United States.
Yeah, we've got locations in Northwest Arkansas, Kansas City, Branson, Missouri, does very similar tours like Lake of the Ozarks. We also do some things in St. Louis as well.
Yeah, I mean, and so this is, like you said, it's in your blood. You guys are just dialed in on what's going on, and I know that you have tours that are scheduled tours that people can take. But if somebody has like a special event or they want to propose or something like that, you guys will work with somebody to do something really unique too, won't you?
Absolutely. Yeah. We, as we talked about a minute ago, this is just a special, just a special thing to be able to do, to ride the helicopter. And if they want us to be a part of their special moment with it, whether it be, a proposal or whatever the case may be, just reach out to us, because we love to work with things like that. It's really fun. I mean, it's just a fun part of our business.
So, you guys can go over there and you guys have your shorty hop. So if you want to just jump in, take a quick ride, get the experience, maybe for someone who's never been in a helicopter, who just wants to get up and try it, you have those, and those are great. And then you have the Bagnell Dam tour, which is cool because you get to see it from above. And if you've never seen the dam from above, it's completely different. You get to see all the turbines going. It's really a cool look from up there. And then if you guys have ever been over the state park and seen all the cool topography and all the ruins over there and all that, you can take a ride over to the state park and get to view all that from above. And then if you just want to do it all, you can take the ultimate lake tour, right? I mean, you got a choice for everybody.
Absolutely. There's multiple different options, for our customers to be able to pick whatever route they want to fly on, what they want to see, the points of interest they're looking for, and honestly, to meet everybody's budget, because everybody's budget is a little bit different, and we can accommodate those folks on a budget too.
Yeah, and I think that's something that's interesting too, because you guys are look, you have you have fixed cost in your business, but you have variable costs that happen, such as fuel cost. As everybody knows, and again, we feel it on the water. Boat gas is going to be expensive this year. I mean, it's going to be more expensive on the water. It's just that everybody knows it's coming. There's nothing we can do about it. And you guys deal with that too. I mean, you have fuel cost, and that changes dramatically. How do you guys, how do the ebbs and flows of that? I mean, how do you deal with that in your business?
I mean, you take the good with the bad, right? So sometimes we have to take price increases to offset some of that. We try not to. We try to be fair to the customers that are walking in the door. I think everybody, like you said, is expecting fuel prices to stay a little high, but hopefully the conditions that are going on across the world will stop, and fuel prices will come back down. That's what we all hope for. So hopefully this summer season, we'll see some relief, I guess. But we honestly, we've got multiple airports around that lake area, and we'll bring fuel from some of the airports that maybe are at a lower price than others too, to help offset some of those costs.
Yeah, and talk a little bit about what it takes to. How many pilots do you guys have in your arsenal down there at the lake?
So we have 2 full-time pilots there, but we've got part-time pilots that can come in and help as well. So across our entire company, I think we've got close to 35 pilots total.
Wow.
So the good thing about the strength of our company is the people, and so if we have pilots that get sick at Lake of the Ozarks, we can always bring in relief pilots to help to accommodate customers and demand.
And I personally, I don't mind that you have a couple guys that are there all the time, because they're familiar with those machines. They know what's going on. There's no surprises. It's, sometimes you get too many cooks in the kitchen and you got issues. So it's great that you got a couple guys that are always there and always running the same machines. And, and I think I always like to mention that you guys take control of your own maintenance, because you are a maintenance facility. So you're not farming that out to somebody else. You guys are watching everything and making sure it's all safe.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're a service center. We're certified by the manufacturer. And I don't know if Lee wants to talk about this, but we're talking about people a little bit as well. We have a new manager at Lake of the Ozarks this year, and we are so excited to have him there. He used to work for us and used to be our manager in our Branson location, and he left for a couple of years, but he's coming back, and we're so excited that he's going to manage our Lake Ozark location for us.
Well, and to your point a minute ago, Ken, too, we do a lot of cross training as well. So even pilots that we bring in from our other locations, if we do need relief pilots, they are familiar with the area. They are already familiar with the tour routes and things like that. So we do a lot of cross training across our organization, just to make sure that if we do need that relief, that another pilot or ground crew can step right in and just make it run as smoothly as if the full-time ones were still there.
Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, having a good team around you means everything. You guys have certainly, the ability that you have to pull from other markets and to cross-train and to just, share amongst all your locations kind of what's working, what are people wanting. That's a big advantage.
Yeah, totally agree.
Lee, tell me a little bit. I love hearing the story about the name and how the name came about. Give us a little insight, and maybe some of our listeners who haven't heard that story yet about where the name kind of where it came from and why you guys picked it.
Okay. So about this time last year, it's actually been 1 year since we did a rebrand, and we chose to do that rebrand because we wanted our customers to know that, we did have the separate locations, but they were so segregated. We wanted them under one umbrella. And Camron and I were talking one night, and we were trying to come up with a new name. We had actually sent out kind of a survey type thing to all of our team members to ask them for some suggestions. And we got some awesome names back from them. They really did a nice job, but it just didn't really stick with us. And so we were talking one night, and Camron said, I think we're looking in the wrong place. I really think that maybe we should try to find something that's biblical. And so I started doing a little bit of research and trying to find some biblical terms that meant to elevate, to raise up. And the word arrow, which is spelled AIRO, kept popping up. And when I mentioned that to Camron, we both looked at each other and said, that's it. That's what we want our company to be, because it does mean to raise and to elevate and to lift. And we obviously are doing that, with our customers, but we also are lifting them up kind of, it's giving them an experience. So they feel lifted when they get off of that helicopter. So it's just it was a really hit home word for us. And so that's why we chose it.
And it's so apropos because, you do. When you see the faces when they get off the helicopter, and it's just, it's just an experience like no other. And for them to experience that and it's a unique experience. Not everybody gets to do it. And the people that do, I think, value it so much. And it's just got to be fun for you guys to bring those memories to people all the time. Guys, remember, if you are anywhere near the Woods parking lot, that's the best way I can, that's the biggest monument I can think of. You're right there in the Woods parking lot at the corner. Get over to Aero Helicopter and make sure that you give your family or someone in your family or yourselves the experience of flight. It's just, it's something that's so cool, and it's going to be an experience that you remember forever. And I just think it's great that you guys are bringing that to the Lake of the Ozarks. Thank you for keeping it going and allowing the lake to continue to have the fun tours that we're doing down there.
Well, thank you, Ken.
Thank you so much.
All right, guys, there you have it. So you know where to go. Get over to the Woods parking lot. Take yourself a helicopter ride. Do it today. They're open. And we will be right back with you guys right after these words.